Sam, a veteran, accidentally dug out a huge piece of gold. He was so excited that he could hardly believe it. He spent the whole night breaking the gold into small pieces, planning to take them back to town to exchange for money. However, not long after he set off, he unexpectedly encountered a group of German soldiers. Seeing Sam's appearance, Commander Raoul suspected that he was a gold digger and ordered his men to kill him on the spot. Sam fled in a hurry as shells and machine gun bullets whistled past him, yet miraculously he survived. Raoul didn't continue the pursuit because ahead was the minefield they had set up. The next second, an explosion went off. The Germans thought Sam was surely dead, but to their surprise, he was only slightly injured. The scattered gold all over the ground made Sam forget the pain. He desperately stuffed the gold into his backpack. As the enemies were approaching, he picked up a stone and threw it, detonating a mine and killing several soldiers, thus holding off the pursuers. Raoul was furious and opened fire wildly. But when the smoke cleared, Sam had already escaped in the chaos. Running to the roadside, he hid in an abandoned car, but was sniffed out by a hunting dog. In the nick of time, he hung himself under the chassis of a freight car. He used a knife to pierce the fuel tank, letting the gasoline cover his scent and managed to deceive the dog. But before he could catch his breath, he was discovered and got a bullet graze on his leg. The dog pounced again. Sam lit a match, scaring the dog to stop. He took the opportunity to jump into the river. All the bullets hit the water, and he managed to save his life once more. But he held his breath underwater for too long. As soon as he stuck his head out, a gun muzzle was already pointed at him. Raoul, impatient, ordered the soldiers to go into the river and kill Sam. 2 seconds later, the river water turned red with blood. The remaining soldiers were so frightened that they fled. The sniper quickly shot the fleeing soldiers, but then noticed that the small boat was still moving in a strange way. It turned out that Sam had already dived underwater and successfully reached the opposite bank. By the time the heavy machine gun started firing, he was out of its range. Just as Raoul was disappointed, Sam's dog suddenly appeared. He planned to use the dog's sense of smell to find Sam, but he didn't know that Sam was equally delighted until he found that there was dynamite tied to the dog. The impact of the explosion knocked Sam unconscious. When he woke up, he was hanging in midair. Raoul thought he was dead, so he took the gold and left. In fact, Sam had used his feet to wedge a screw and pretended to be dead, enduring the whole night like this. At dawn, a plane flew by, shaking loose the nail above his head. Sam narrowly escaped death. Holding the only remaining piece of gold, he made up his mind to take revenge. On the way, he hijacked a patrol soldier and learned that Raoul had gone to the airport. The terrified soldiers scattered and fled. Sam seized a motorcycle and sped after him. Raoul was boarding the plane, ready to escape. Sam arrived in time and fired a machine gun, but failed to stop the plane from taking off. When he ran out of bullets, he picked up a gold panning hoe and rushed towards the plane, hanging tightly onto the landing gear. By brute force, he climbed onto the fuselage and frantically chiseled a hole. The cabin door opened. Raoul was knocked down by the flying hoe and lost his weapon. The two fought. Sam was at a disadvantage due to his injuries and was trapped by Raoul with a hook. In a critical moment, he pushed Raoul towards the bomb. In an instant, Raoul was blown to pieces. Sam finally got his revenge. At the end, he walked into the bank with the gold. The bank staff thought he was going to rob, but they saw him pour the gold on the counter, leaving only one line of dialogue, which was also the only line in the whole film.
Se te leitä, isoja.